Y'all see him in the streets struggling, young, dumb, and thuggin', give a fuck about nothing. Stuck at rock bottom, trying to come up on something. Pumping from sundown to sun.
What's up, just here, welcome back to my channel. We're back to the reaction to Game of Thrones on this Game of Thrones Thursday. This is Season 6, Episode 8, No One. And before we jump this episode, I actually want to shout out one of my patrons, Kim, because she actually let me know a couple things that I was confused about from the last episode. She was kind enough to comment on my reaction on Patreon, and I just wanted to read off a couple things because I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of clarifications, a lot of corrections coming from you guys. So just to let you know, I now know moving forward what is actually right in regards to these things. So the first thing was actually those three guys that approached the Hound's new group. I actually thought that it was Theon and Yara's uncle that was there and who actually had killed them off. But this is what Kim had to say. So she let me know, no, the guy on the horse wasn't Euron, Theon's uncle. Remember, Euron is Ironborn and their gods are the Drowned gods. Actually, Euron believes himself to be the Drowned god. He would never quote the Lord of Light, the night is dark and full of terrors. And then the other thing that I really had questions about was that little girl that we were introduced to. I want to know more about her, and thankfully, Kim actually let me know. The little girl, Lady Lyanna Mormont, is Lord Commander Mormont's niece and Jorah Mormont's cousin. The Mormonts are of Bear Island. See, that all went over my head. I'm sure on my second watch of this show, I'll probably know a lot of things that I missed the initial time that I didn't actually pick up on. So thank you so much, Kim. Honestly, you're a fantastic patron. You're always commenting, let me know these things. I don't know where I'd be without you. But no, that's basically all I had to go over before I jump in this episode. So just so you guys know that I now know moving forward what is actually right in regards to those things. But if you guys are looking for my full reactions to the show, the link to my Patreon is down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, now's a very good time to click that button down below. Smash the like button while you're there. With that said, let's jump right in. Let's check it out. Let's go.
My firstborn son.
Back to this actress. She's appeared in a few episodes now.
Shut your blue eyes, my
They gotta add some like purple veins, making it
above beckons you to
more historically accurate. She is a good actress. I'll give her that. She's got the people engaged. I'm starting to think though, maybe she'll somehow help Arya. She's suffering right now. Help her, please. Everything comes back around in this show, I gotta say.
So I'd patch them up.
The fact that Arya helped her.
And get a putting holes in them.
Look at it come back. He took his entire head off. This is, oh. That's what the bum tickler gets.
Fuck you! Those are your last words. Fuck you. Come on, you can do better.
God!
You're shit at dying, you know that.
I'm going to miss you.
I know.
I hope you're right about this expedition of yours.
I don't return. You'll know I was wrong.
Parting ways again.
I'll walk the rest of the way myself. I can't go off on a secret mission in the company of the most famous dwarf in the city.
Daenerys! The most famous dwarf in the world.
Your Grace, His Holiness the High Septon wishes to speak with you at the Great Sept of Baelor.
His Holiness the High Septon is welcome to see me here.
The High Septon commands you. Are you sure you want to refuse him?
She's pushing back a bit.
Order your man to step aside or there will be violence.
I want to see it.
I choose violence.
Shouldn't have done that. Oh my god. Look at the pleasure that she's taken in this.
Please tell His High Holiness he's always welcome to visit.
This is a reunion that I didn't even know that I want to see.
Getting a bit old to be a squire, aren't we?
There we go.
I thought you'd be dead by now. Not yet.
What the hell are you doing here?
I've come for the Blackfish.
What's going to happen?
Take Riverrun without bloodshed. Ride south again with your mission complete and your army intact.
What do you propose?
What a sword.
You gave it to me for a purpose. I've achieved that purpose.
It's yours.
Damn.
It will always be yours.
Respectful moment for both characters there.
One last thing, Sir Jamie.
Yes, Lady Brienne.
Should I fail to persuade the Blackfish to surrender, honor compels me to fight for Sansa's kin.
Of course it does.
To fight you.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
She's exactly like her mother.
I don't have enough men to help her take Winterfell.
You have more than she does.
She wants her home back, I understand that. This is my home. And if Jaime Lannister wants it, he can bloody well take it the way everyone else does.
Now, you know what they did is going to come back. What is going to be the High Sparrow's response to what the Mountain did? Hell, what is King Tommen going to say?
Where are you going?
To stand by my son.
Your place is in the gallery. With the other ladies of the court.
She's getting cut off. Look at him on the throne.
Lords and ladies, the Crown has decided that from this day forward, trial by combat will be forbidden throughout the Seven Kingdoms.
Damn.
A scheme devised
Or
by
get
the
out of
corrupt
jail
rulers
free
sought to
card.
avoid true judgment from the gods.
Just got ripped up. I would just send the Mountain on a rampage. Like, honestly, just do your thing. Just protect me.
That old rumor you told me about. My little bird's investigated.
Is it just a rumor or something more?
Much more.
What are we talking about here?
The masters have come for their property.
Whose banner is that? It's got like mermaid. It's mermaid banners.
Demand entry.
Don't let him in.
He's the Lord of Riverrun. I have to obey his commands.
He's been their captive ever since they murdered his king at the Red Wedding.
I feel like we're about to see a battle
Don't
here.
let him in.
He's my lord, my lord.
Battle
I've
of
sworn to serve
Riverrun.
the Lord of Riverrun and obey his commands.
You're not obeying Edmure's commands. You're obeying the fucking Kingslayer's commands.
Lower the drawbridge and open the gate for Lord.
I'll have
Yo.
your head before I surrender Riverrun.
Lower the drawbridge!
I think he knows they're doomed now. He's gonna order his men to stand down.
Command all the forces within the castle to lay down their arms. Open the gates.
My lord.
The Lord has given a command.
No battle tonight, it looks like. Okay, he was smart enough to take off at least. Please say he's going with them.
Come with us.
I've run before in the Red Wedding. I'm not running again. This is my family home.
Your family is in the north. Don't die for pride when you can fight for your blood.
You'll serve Sansa far better than I ever could.
Well, he's doing one good thing, one good deed on his way out at least.
We found the Blackfish, my lord.
Good. Bring him to me.
He died, fighting my lord.
They didn't even show it. Don't say anything. Oh, wow. Even though he's the bad guy here, at least he did this much. But on the other hand, we got this. The Mermaid Masters.
If we go to the beach, the masters will take the pyramid. The pyramid is the only place in the city we can defend. We stay here. And then we wait for them to come to us. And we fight them.
Place is going down. Where are the dragons? Yo! The queen has returned. There's the motherfucking dragon. There's the motherfucking hound. Glad we're getting more hound this episode.
Clegane, the fuck you doing here?
Holy shit.
Finishing them. You
Hanging them.
They killed a friend of mine.
I thought that was Euron.
Not anymore. They're mine.
You're getting old, Clegane.
He's not.
Ooh.
I'll give you anything.
So brutal. Had to be done though. Take it as boot? Or just the one?
Got anything to eat?
Holy shit. I was just about to mention this other girl too.
Lady Crane?
Oh!
If you'd have done your job, she would have died painlessly.
I hate this girl so much.
And now he's been promised another name.
Yours. Oh, I would have broke my ankle. Terminator over here. If she starts running like T-1000, yo. Yo! Somebody throw a banana peel. God damn. She does not care at all. Oh, her blood, yeah. Her previous wounds. Can't keep running. Freaking Terminator, I swear. Look at this girl. Where is Jägermeister? Leaving her trail. Now she's not even Terminator anymore. Now she's straight on Michael Myers. I'm so nervous. I feel like Arya's got something planned here, though.
It will all be over soon. On your knees or on your feet.
Ooh, needle. And Starks don't die on their knees.
Already. That won't help you.
Oh, it will. By taking out the light, that's what she's been training for. Is the other girl as good as she is? Did he know this would always happen? Or is he accepting his fate?
Finally, a girl is Noah.
A girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell. And I'm going home.
Yo. I just got chills. Yes, Arya. What a badass. Alright guys, that was Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 8, No One. This was another really good episode. I feel like this season is starting to give us some payoff to a lot of stuff that they've actually been building up to. There's a lot of stuff to go over, as usual, but I think I want to start at the end of the episode with Arya, because that whole scene there, it honestly gave me chills. That was a great freaking moment when he asked her who she is, or I forget exactly how it played out in regards to the wording, but when she said, I am Arya Stark and I'm going back home, that was freaking incredible. That was like one of the best moments for Arya, and it was just one simple line, but it freaking hit. That was an incredible line, incredible moment, incredible scene, everything that actually led up to that moment as well, with that whole fight or running. Like, I don't even know how long that chase was. That was freaking awesome though, because I don't know, ever since we've actually met this one girl, and I don't know her actual name, because even Arya said she doesn't even have a name, but I think my one patron, Kim, I think she let me know that it's the Waif, if I'm saying it correctly. So yeah, I'm just going to refer to her as the Waif. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about, if that is correct. If it's not, at least you know who I'm talking about either way now. But I don't know, ever since she was actually introduced to the show, maybe it's because she's always had a thing against Arya, and Arya's clearly a favorite of mine. I just never liked her character, and I don't know, just the look on her face this entire time, like she's like, I don't know, like always pouting every time she looked over at Arya. I just wasn't a fan of her character, and I always wanted to see her eventually get it. Ever since she even started doing these like training sessions with Arya, and started like beating on her and stuff, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of that. But it all led up to this moment, because I honestly wasn't sure if this was going to be, because we still have a couple episodes to go, right, for this season? Yeah, and episodes 9 and 10, so I wasn't sure if this was going to be the final episode for that girl. Maybe she was going to chase Arya off once again, leave her injured, and then, I don't know, maybe next episode she pops up once again, like the Terminator, but no, this was the final episode of that girl, and that chase scene was freaking incredible. That one jump that Arya did, where it was like a free jump parkour through the air, and then she went rolling down the stairs for like 5 minutes. That was freaking crazy. And then this other girl, like the Waif, she starts off like the Terminator freaking running. And I was kind of half joking, like if she starts running like the T-1000, I'm going to lose it. But the next freaking moment, the next scene, she literally starts doing that exactly. Starts running down the alleyways. Nobody's even stopping this either as all this is going on. Like you see this girl is being chased, like about to be murdered, and they're all just like picking up their oranges. Like they don't give a damn about anything else that's going on in the world, about anything else that's going on in the streets. So that's freaking crazy. But I love that whole scene because it all just kept on building up. And then when eventually the Waif turned into, she went from Terminator to Michael Myers, they started stalking her, just following the blood trail through the alley. And I was like, please God, please say that Arya has a trick up her sleeve, that she's not just giving up here. I know she's like a main character of the show, but still, these are intense moments. So I guess she kind of lured her back to a room where there was one candle lit, and then the waif, she closed the door right behind her as she walked in. She thought, she was so cocky that moment too. She's like, all right, Arya's done for. You want to die on your knees or you want to die standing? And then, yeah, little does this waif know that Starks do not die on their fucking knees. So Arya, wasn't sure exactly what her plan was. I thought we were just going to see like a bit of a sword fight or something. She pulls out Needle from underneath the carpet. I guess that was, oh man, it just hit me that she definitely lured her back there because she had to have placed Needle there knowing that eventually she would have to lead her there and then kill her in that very spot. Wow, that just hit me right now that yes, it all went according to plan for Arya. Obviously, the moment that led up to that with that one girl, that the actress that was actually helping her, I don't think that was part of the plan for her to actually die, but I guess she was supposed to be assassinated already, so I can't really be too upset about that. She was definitely a cool girl, though. I even liked that she was kind of became like a friend of Arya just over the last couple episodes. And even offered her like a place in their traveling tour. I thought that was pretty cool too. That was nice to see. Whenever somebody has the Starks back, I don't know, you're cool in my books as far as that goes, but she got a brutal death. I don't even know exactly how she died because when the camera went back to her, that actress, she was like bent over a chair or something. Like the chair was broken in half. I got to go back and like pause that scene because, I don't know, it looked like her back was like bent. I don't know. It was super weird. I don't know exactly how she died, but it was pretty clear that it was a bad death. So yeah, unfortunately for her, she did die. But she did do a good deed on her way out in helping Arya. And hey, I don't think Arya would be alive in this moment if it wasn't for her. So yeah, back to that room though that Arya actually let her in. I wasn't sure what Arya's plan actually was going to be when she pulled out Needle. Then boom, she pulled out Needle really quick, and then one swoop of the sword, I guess you could call it. She knocked out the candle, cut it in half. The entire room went dark, and then that's when it hit me. I was like, oh shit. All her training up until this point, all season long, with her blindness and getting beat on and non-stop by the waif, just the constant beatdowns, it all led up to that moment. That was freaking incredible. I loved it. What a great scene. That honestly made this entire episode for me. Like, don't get me wrong, this was a good episode through and through, but that moment alone, it definitely shine brightest amongst all the other scenes from the episode, even all the other scenes that I did enjoy, which I'm definitely going to go over as well. But I feel like it was definitely important to give some attention to Arya in that moment in the Waif. I guess she played her role as well. Don't get me wrong, the actress that played her, it's more praise to her. If I hate her character, because we're supposed to hate her character, so job well done on everybody's part and everybody's behalf, especially that actress that did play her as well. But honestly, good riddance, because when Arya did make it back, here's something I did want to talk about a little bit more also. Maybe you guys can fill me in. And I don't know, maybe it's left open to interpretation in regards to Jägermeister, because I don't know. I feel like he kind of got off scot-free there. Like, he didn't know, I guess, who exactly was. Or here's my question right there. Did he know the entire time that Arya was going to come out of that scenario? I don't want to say unscathed, but she was going to be the victor, that she would be the sole survivor from their confrontation? Or was he just kind of playing that off to kind of save his own life? I feel like he's not scared to die, but at the same time, I don't know. He's kind of lying, because if the other girl would have survived, at that same moment when Arya said, no, I'm Arya Stark of Winterfell, or I'm going back to Winterfell home, I thought she was going to kill him for even putting out the idea that to take her life. So I don't know. I'm a little bit confused by that. If he always knew that it was going to play out this way, or if he was just kind of saying what he had to say to save his own life, or did she just kind of, I don't know, let him off easy when she could have very easily sacrificed him and killed him and put his face on the wall also. I have so many questions in regards to that scene. I don't know. If I'm being honest, if you guys were to ask me what I think, I feel like he did know the entire time. But at the same time, in saying that, I also think she made the decision not to kill him. Like, even though that she walked away from it alive and then she was the sole survivor of that confrontation, I think he knew his life was in her hands in that moment. And in that moment, I didn't know if he actually knew if he was going to live or die. And then she actually decided to let him live and walk away, like, I'm heading home, and then gave the nod, like, as approval, not only for letting him live, but for respecting her decision. So I don't know if I'm like way off course or way off base with that, but that's all that I basically got from that scene. But yeah, enough of Arya, because I do feel like I gave that a lot of attention, but what a badass character. And honestly, that was the moment of the entire episode that gave me chills. But a lot else went down this episode. I do want to talk about the Hound a little bit, because he came across, I think it's like the Brotherhood. We haven't seen them for, when did we see them last? Season 3, season 4? I think it was season 3, if I'm being honest, with Arya. I could be wrong about that, man. Some of these seasons, they do start to blend together now that I've seen more than a couple, but yeah, it was nice to see them pop up again. A lot of the same actors from before. That one scene where the Hound just comes up on them. He's like, no, I'm taking them all. I'm going to kill them. I want to butcher them. He's like, no, we don't do that. Got to hang them. But he's like, all right, then I want to. So that whole scene was freaking awesome. There was a few joke scenes this episode, I got to say. Like the other one involving Tyrion, Grey Worm, and the other girl. Sorry, I know her name in the back of my head, but I always get it wrong. But she's a cutie. But that whole scene there with where they're telling jokes, I thought that was actually a pretty nice, sweet scene, because it really topped it off with Grey Worm, because even though he's not exactly a comedian, to see him smile when he saw the girl smile from that moment, it was definitely a sweet moment. I definitely like their relationship. Obviously, they can't have like a sexual relationship, but just seeing those two together, I don't know, it's very nice. But what came of that right afterwards, I don't know who exactly is attacking. They said the Masters, but I've never seen that banner before. Have they ever shown that? It's like the banner, or the mermaid banner, pretty much. Like, I don't know, that was weird. We haven't actually seen them on land attacking just yet, but we saw like the catapults and everything being sent. And that leads me to another cool moment with Khaleesi and her return. That scene almost gave me chills. That was another feel-good moment when she arrived. I wasn't sure exactly who it was. I was kind of expecting it to be a dragon. I just thought it was going to be those other two dragons actually kind of helping out Tyrion, because he let them loose. But no, she arrived back in Marine, and just seeing that one guy kneel down, and everybody, they were like in bewilderment just for her arrival. And I don't know, that was super cool. So I feel like, man, next episode, we only have 2 episodes left this season. Next episode, I feel like we're going to see a lot of the battles, because here's a good segue. One of the battles that I was kind of expecting this episode, the Battle of Riverrun, we didn't get that at all. It was more or less a surrender. And I freaking hate, I know he's like a Stark, I think he's Kat's brother. He had a cool scene with Jaime where they're talking about their sisters this episode, but I don't know. I've just never been a fan of that guy, and I don't know exactly what's going through his head either when he went back and he immediately surrendered. He gave up Blackfish, and I don't know. I'm just not a fan of his character. Eventually, I kind of hope he gets his. Out of all the Starks, and I don't think he's necessarily a Stark, right? He's a Tully, but correct me if I'm wrong there as well. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of him. I've never been a fan of his character. If he dies, I don't think I would care even in the slightest. If anything, I kind of want to see it. So, yeah. Good riddance to him. Well, I guess good riddance to Blackfish, I should be saying, because I wasn't really a fan of his character as of late. Like, he definitely had some respect for Brienne when she went in there to speak with him, and I got to bring up Brienne and Jaime this episode also. I'll get to that right after, but Blackfish, he kind of won me back over with his final good deed when he's like, all right, you guys get out of here. When he's talking to Brienne, he's like, you'd be much better to Sansa than I ever could. And then I guess in the end, he did do a good deed by giving up his life, letting them, by basically fighting off and biding some time for them to get away. And then seeing Jaime up there as well. Jaime, it's like he almost questioned himself when he saw Brienne and Pod kind of getting away. Man, there was a lot of good reunions this episode. Speaking of Pod, him and Bronn as well. That was super cool. But yeah, when he saw Brienne getting away on the canoe and just floating away, and then he looked over, he's like, he was so close, like telling his guys that, hey, wait, we forgot someone. And then he even knew it was her fully, but he stopped himself. Then to see him just wave, then to see her wave, it's like so much respect that they hold for each other. Man, the journey that we've been on, that these characters have been on, so many characters like that have crossed paths, and these adventures that they've survived. It's so crazy that we've gone to this point now where Brienne can float away from Riverrun and wave goodbye to Jaime when in the moment he's actually the bad guy. So I thought that was another cool scene. This episode actually had a lot of cool scenes. So we're finally starting to get some of the payoffs to a lot of stuff that they've been building up to, but there's still some stuff that I really want to see, like down with the Sparrows. But the thing is, now there's no more combat by or trial by combat because the Sparrows and King Tommen, they took that away this episode as well. Does King Tommen not realize what he's doing to his own mother by doing that? Like, is he that stupid and naive? Like, or am I underestimating him too? I have no freaking idea. Craziness. Hopefully with these final 2 episodes, I don't know if the Sparrows are a thing in season 7 and season 8. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this season, we're just done with the Sparrows, because at this point, I am done with the Sparrows. But next episode, season 6, episode 9, is apparently the last episode 9 that we're going to get in this show. So I have high expectations for it. Hopefully we do see some sort of war between the Sparrows and royalty. That one scene that we did get this episode with the mountain, yo, that was freaking incredible. See the Yellow Sparrows, they were pretty shook in that moment. So when Cersei eventually unleashes the mountain on all of them, man, I am freaking here for it. But yeah, we have that to look forward to. And then we also got the Bolton or Ramsay Bolton still out there. I was going to say Bolton's, but no, it's pretty much singular now because Ramsay, the Battle for Winterfell. Is that the next episode? I think I might have saw the title. Let me just search that right quick. Season 8 or season 6, episode 9. No, the next episode is Battle of the Bastards. Okay. It's basically going to be a battle for Winterfell, though, so I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to end it there, though, guys. This was the second reaction I did today, so yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. As always, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys could like, subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. Till next time, I am out. Enjoy your day. Peace.
Well, I didn't smoke enough for you, didn't drink enough for you, wasn't fun enough for you, wasn't good enough for you, then you play me like a yo-yo and shit. Well, I'm not the one to be yo-yoing with